Welcome all to my YouTube channel Mechanical Study, where we study different mechanical systems. In today's lecture, we will going to study about some of the terms like distance, then displacement, then velocity, speed, acceleration. So we will study one by one. The first term that we have to study is distance. So basically a distance is nothing but if you have to travel from say from point A to a point B, so we have a number of paths. So this is a path number 1, this is path number 2, and this is path number 3. Now what is the distance? So distance is nothing but the total length of a path. So this is the path, so whatever the length of a path is nothing but the distance. Length of path is nothing but a distance. Okay, so we will take some example of it. So suppose this is my initial position. Suppose I am traveling from this position 1 to position 2, that is in the south direction. Okay, this is my position 2nd. Then I am turn left and travel to the east direction. Suppose this is position number 3, and lastly I travel to the north direction, that is position number 4. Suppose I travel from point 1 to point 2, I travel 2 kilometer. Similarly from point 2 to point 3, I travel 3 kilometer, and from point 3 to point 4, I travel 4 kilometer. So the total distance covered, or the total distance will be 2 kilometer plus 3 kilometer, that is 5 to plus 4 kilometer. That is total distance will be 9 kilometer. So this is the nothing but the total length of a path, and this is nothing but the distance. Okay, now second term that we have to study is displacement. Second term that we will going to study is displacement. Okay, so on your screen you can see a term displacement. So displacement is nothing but the, suppose there are 2 points, point 1 and point 2, and suppose there are n number of path to travel from point 1 to point 2, but out of which, suppose this is the path which I am calling as A, this is B, and last this is C. Now when I travel from point 1 to 2, it will be, I will having a 3 paths to travel from point 1 to point 2, that is path A, path B, and path C. So out of which the whatever the shortest path will be called as displacement, So this displacement is nothing but a shortest distance, shortest distance between any two extreme points. So this is nothing but a displacement. Now I am taking a same example. Suppose I am traveling from my position number 1 to position number 2, then from 2 to 3, again from 3 to 4. Okay, now my displacement from displacement in this case, now distance travel will be what? Suppose this is 2 kilometer, this is 3 kilometer, this is 4 kilometer. Distance will be 9 kilometer, but my displacement will be the shortest distance between these two points. Okay, so this will give me us a displacement. This will give us a displacement, and its value comes out to be, suppose this is 3. Okay, then this will be a 2. Okay, so it will comes out to be a 3 square, that is a 9, and 2 square, that is a 4. So it will be come out to be a square root of 14. So this will be the displacement of my displacement from position 1 to position 4. Okay, so displacement is nothing but the shortest distance between the any two points, and this distance is nothing but the total length covered by the cover during the journey. Okay, now next thing that we have to study is the speed. Okay, now how to calculate a speed? So speed is nothing but a simply a ratio of distance per unit time, time. Okay, so distance basically it is already we learned that what is the distance. So in a unit time how much distance we travel is shown by speed. Next term that we have to study is the velocity. Next term that we have to study is the velocity. That will then so velocity is nothing but a ratio of displacement per unit time. Now what is the in a unit time how much will be the displacement will be shown by a velocity, and both speed as well as velocity having a unit meter per second or kilometer per hour. It may be taken as in a meter per second or kilometer per hour. Now next one that we have to study is the acceleration. Okay, now what is the acceleration? It is nothing but the rate of change of velocity with respect to time. Means it is nothing but the change in velocity with respect to time. Okay, so suppose I am considering v as the final velocity, u as the initial velocity of a particle, then the rate at which velocity changes with respect to time is nothing but the acceleration. Now if velocity is increases, then it is called as acceleration. If velocity is decreases, then it is called as disacceleration. Or it is also called as retardation, or it is also called as retardation. It is also called as retardation. It is also called as retardation. Okay. Now next thing that we have to study is what is meant by scalar quantity and vector quantity. Scalar and vector quantity. Now scalar quantity are those quantity which is having only magnitude, and not direction. Those quantity are called as scalar quantity. Similarly vector quantities are those which is having magnitude as well as direction. Now out of the all those terms that we have to study, out of which a distance is a distance and speed are scalar quantity, that means they are having only magnitude and not directions, and distance is always positive. Then next is vector quantities are velocity, displacement and acceleration. So these are all the vector quantity, means they are having magnitude as well as direction. Okay, so this is all about distance, displacement, speed, velocity, acceleration, and out of which are those are the scalar quantity and which are those are vector quantity that we have studied. So do like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.